I want to end by talking about something fundamental that we often miss when we focus on individual solutions. You can have the perfect ergonomic chair, the ideal monitor height, and excellent posture habits, but if you're working in an organizational culture that fundamentally opposes movement and prioritizes face time over outcomes, your individual efforts will constantly be undermined. What we need is comprehensive organizational change, and this requires thinking in systems. The physical environment matters: adjustable workstations, spaces actually designed for movement, stairs that are accessible and inviting rather than hidden in dark corners. Organizational policies include scheduled breaks that people actually take without guilt, walking meetings normalized rather than exceptional, flexible schedules allowing movement integration throughout the day. Social norms where taking breaks is professional behavior, not laziness, where standing during calls is unremarkable, where movement is encouraged rather than questioned. And critically, leadership commitment with actual resources allocated, managers modeling healthy behaviors themselves, and accountability for supporting employee health built into performance evaluations. The change management framework isn't mysterious. You start with baseline assessment. What are current injury rates? What's ergonomic compliance? What are cultural attitudes? You engage stakeholders across the organization, employees, managers, executives, HR, because top-down mandates without buy-in fail. You run pilot programs demonstrating feasibility before attempting organization-wide rollout. Then you scale implementation with ongoing evaluation and course correction based on actual data. Successful models exist, and they're not theoretical. Companies with treadmill desks and walking paths showing reduced healthcare costs. Organizations with meeting-free hours giving employees protected time for movement and focused work. Workplaces conducting ergonomic assessments for all employees proactively rather than waiting for injury reports. These organizations demonstrate improved employee retention because people don't leave jobs that support their health. The ROI documentation is solid. Comprehensive wellness programs show $3 to $6 returned for every dollar invested through reduced healthcare costs, improved productivity, decreased turnover. But you have to measure real outcomes: reduced workers' compensation claims, decreased absenteeism, improved engagement, not vanity metrics like program participation rates. The cultural transformation is the hardest part and the most important. Shifting from sitting equals working to recognizing movement improves productivity. Moving from individual responsibility for health to organizational accountability for creating environments where health is possible. Making health the default rather than something requiring constant effort against organizational resistance. For small organizations, this seems daunting, but changes don't require massive budgets. Walking meetings cost nothing except cultural permission. Encouraging breaks requires policy change, not equipment purchases. Employee-led grassroots initiatives can shift culture even without executive mandate. Remote work flexibility leverages existing arrangements to support movement. What frustrates me is the gap between knowledge and implementation. We know what works. Successful models exist. The ROI is documented. Yet most organizations operate with sedentary, movement-hostile cultures that predictably produce injuries and chronic pain. The barrier isn't knowledge or resources. It's organizational will and cultural commitment. The vision here isn't radical. It's evidence-based recognition that human bodies need movement, that supporting employee health improves organizational outcomes, and that creating movement-friendly cultures is both the right thing to do and the economically rational choice. But it requires genuine commitment beyond performative wellness programs to actual structural and cultural transformation that makes health not just possible but inevitable.